everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Barbie Sisters ponytail Stacie hairstyle. So originally, as you all would know by now, that Stacie and Barbie both have this hairstyle. Don't get me wrong if I make a mistake with this hair, because this is also my first time doing it, so yeah. So let's get started. So what you're going to need to do is just grab any Stacie doll with this snappy legs and this bent arm like this, not those ones that look like that, but ones like this. And then if you have this doll, it's much easier because you can actually do it like that. But to make her look similar to this one is to have a Stacie like this, but I'm just going to show you how to do the hairstyle. Well, it's a hairstyle, not any kind of doll. So first we're going to take out this hair tie. If you've already taken out your hair tie, then it's great. You just need to find two other hair ties. Clear elastics will be best, because you won't see them as easier, but I don't have much of this because I keep misplacing them all the time. It's kind of frustrating, but here is what we're going to do. So what we're going to need to do is just grab a small section of the doll's hair. It's pretty much easier if you're doing this on an American Girl doll, because you know they have lots of hair and then they can sit places and then you can do it with them. You could do it with them if you wanted to. I'm just showing you how to do it on a Stacie doll. So this is getting kind of awkward. Occasionally what I would do is I'd hold the doll between my legs like this, just to, let me position the camera, just so I could hold the doll. So what we're going to need to do is grab the hair, like what I'm doing here. As much as you can, try to keep all the flyaways, which is just the messy hair, out of the way. Make sure it's also not exactly at the front, because Stacie's hairstyle is not at the front. You need it about right there. And what you're going to need to do here with this hair is just give it a bit of a brush, because generally that will be way easy to do. So just brush this hair, because we need to make it neat and soft before I actually do anything with it, because it will be pretty annoying trying to do a hairstyle and it's really knotty. So I'm just going to give this section a brush. Now we're just going to leave this to the side. You can tie it up or just leave it. It's up to you. What I'm going to do is just gather it up right here. This looks like it's about to snap. Or if it does, I can go find another one. Told you it was definitely going to snap. Don't find a hair tie that's going to snap, because that can get kind of annoying. So sometimes this can happen with hair ties, but it doesn't too much matter, because if you have 3 hair ties and 1 breaks, then you're left with 2. So you don't really need to tie up your hair now at this point, because what you're going to do with it is just use it for the hair to, you don't really need to tie it up, you just need to do what if you don't need to tie it up, you can just leave it, but it will be easier if you did, just to keep it out of the way. So if you don't know how to do a plait, which is pretty simple, I showed you in my first tutorial, but obviously I wasn't too good back then. So let me move this this camera. What we're going to do is we're just going to separate this into 3 sections. Just like an unequal half and then half that again. And then what you do, you grab this and you put it through these 2 fingers here, and then you grab that hair and you pull it across. And then you keep pulling it across like what I'm doing here. I'm just switching it over as I'm going. This happens sometimes when I'm plaiting. I kind of drop the hair and it kind of gets annoying. But don't do what I did there where I try not to do, where I kind of dropped it then. So what you're going to need to do right here before you lose this plait, you don't really need a hair tie, you can just clip it or you can just hold it with your toes, but I'm sure you don't really want to be doing that. So I've pretty much done my plait to the very end of the hair, which is what I try to do. Where did I put that other hair tie? I'm sure I got another one. It was right underneath me and I couldn't see it. By the way, put it somewhere where you can find it. I find doing hair on the floor is really easy to do. And this is a mistake I did, do not do that. I just completely dropped the hair and almost lost it. So be very careful when you're tying it up that you don't do what I just did. It is very silly. So before you start doing small plaits like this, you need to know how to tie up ponytails and do bigger plaits. You need to get to be able to do that before you start doing this. See how I got this here? Now that's great. What we're going to do, you can either do just 1 plait or you can do 2. But for those of you who want to do 2, I'll show you how to do it. But I guess it's kind of like braiding, but instead of pulling pieces in, and it's just doing it with small hair. So what we're going to do, just repeat this step if you want to do it in 2. So just pull it, just gently, because we don't want to spoil this plait too much. And gather up your hair. I meant Stacey's hair, or whatever doll you're doing this with. So first just brush it into a nice pony. This would be how Mattel did their animation. If you really want to do this hairstyle, then you can, because I'm pretty sure that in the movie or in photos of the movie that you're thinking, oh, that hairstyle looks really pretty, but it's really hard to do. You can now search up this tutorial years later and find it. Once you know how to do this, you can do it on your bigger dolls, like any kind of dolls you have, and you can also do it to yourself. It's really up to you. So just hold it like this. Don't let the plait move anywhere. Just keep a tight grip on it. And then what you're going to do is just tie it up. Now, before we finish off with this hairstyle, we're going to take this hair elastic out because it's going to look kind of silly having two elastics in Stacie's hair. And sometimes when I'm taking out hair ties, it just gets stuck on the hair. So if you've done it when it's brushed, then that would never happen. Well, at least what I'm hoping. And there, you can just undo the plait from the bottom half, and there you have a nice cute plait. It's very simple. You can do this for everyday hairstyles if you want to for yourself, or you can just do it. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I'm gonna hold it in nice positions for you to take screenshots of my Stacie doll's hair if you want to. I mean, broken hair elastic. I'll try to hold it in a position where you don't see my hands. You don't have to take the screenshots, but if you really like the hairstyle and you really want to, then you can. I don't mind if you do. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe if you really like watching my channel. Make sure you hit like because it shows how many people really enjoyed this video. And at the moment, the comments are just blocked out for the moment. YouTube's done phases where they did that before. I really don't understand social media these days. Anyways, that's it for today, this week, or whatever. And see you next video. Bye!